Let me start with this truth. When an artist takes a check to promote medical agendas instead of moral truth, they are no longer a voice for the community. They become an agent for the very systems destroying it. And no amount of money can wash away that vast responsibility. Welcome back to Family Still Matters. I'm Deborah, and today we are digging into something deeper than celebrity endorsement deals. We are dealing with the decades-long manipulation of our youth, how sex, pharmaceuticals, and entertainment have been fused into one toxic cocktail, and how T-Boz latest partnership with Big Pharma is only the newest chapter. Because what's happening now didn't start with her. It started long before. With institutions that claim to protect our youth, but instead reshaped their morals and rewired their futures. And let's be fair, a major pharmaceutical check is a powerful temptation. From a business perspective, many entertainers would call it a smart move, but righteousness demands boundaries. The love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but the willingness to compromise truth, purity, and community for financial gain. T-Boz doesn't answer to us. She answers to Elohim, the one who will judge every single influence that each of us had on the next generation, whether for holiness or for harm. We see the devastation, HIV, STDs, fatherless homes as a result of teen pregnancies and women getting married, out having babies, single parenthood, broken emotional development, a generation drowning in sexual trauma and confusion. And what do influencers tell them? Not abstain, not to honor their bodies, not to wait until covenant marriage before having sex, not even to return to the Torah, the Word of God. But they tell them, go get a shot, go take the pill, go get the patch. We are medicating consequences instead of correcting behavior. Let's walk through the facts, not my opinion. Fact number 1, Planned Parenthood's founder, Margaret Sanger, openly advocated for population control, especially among minorities. And we know which political party pushed her agenda. I don't even want to go there. This is well documented in her writings and public statements. Her 1939 Negro Project promoted birth control heavily in Black communities. Fact number 2, from the 1970s onward, sex education programs funded in part through Planned Parenthood emphasized contraception over abstinence, pushed the agenda of our children having sex before they were ready, contraception over abstinence. They told teens how to manage sexual activity, not how to avoid it. Fact number 3, teen pregnancy rates did decrease, but teen sexual activity increased. STDs increased, and emotional relational instability skyrocketed. Why? Because reducing births is not the same as cultivating holiness, structure, or covenant families. Fact number 4, abortion became the backup to failed birth control. And Black communities experience a disproportionately high abortion rates for decades. These are historical realities, not a conspiracy theory. The system didn't stop sexual activity. It simply sterilized the consequences long enough to keep the cycle going. Back then, take this pill so you can keep sinning without pregnancy. Now, take this shot so you can keep sinning without disease. Different decade, different product, but same moral erosion. Come on, family, let's wake up. A culture that refuses to teach abstinence is a culture that profits from immorality. Just like the family planning industry used birth control and abortion to manage youth behavior instead of elevating it, now Big Pharma and celebrity endorsements are doing the same with STDs. It's not healing, it's pollution control, not of the environment, but of the consequences of immorality. This is not random. It is the same pattern, repackaged. Music, sexual message, pharmaceutical solutions equals a generation conditioned to sin without guilt. They don't teach abstinence. They don't teach covenant. They don't teach Torah. They teach management, not transformation. You cannot vaccinate against rebellion. You cannot take a pill. You can't peel away out of immorality. You cannot remix sin and call it empowerment. Family, I am not condemning T-Boz. Her choices are between her and God. But I'm calling out the continuation of a system we have seen before, one that profits off of weakening our youth instead of strengthening them. Our children deserve better. They deserve truth. They deserve clarity. They deserve the protection that only righteousness can give them. We must return to Torah. We must restore abstinence. We must reclaim holiness in our homes and therefore into our communities. Because a generation that lives by God's standards cannot be manipulated by the world's agenda. No matter what agenda the world has, if you're living by God's standards, you won't fall for it. If you believe our youth deserve truth instead of manipulation, covenant instead of chaos, and righteousness instead of revenue, then subscribe to Family Still Matters. Comment below, share the video, and pray with me that our community returns to Elohim's order. Because family, holiness, and truth still matter. May God richly bless you, and I look forward to continuing to share with you issues that are attacking or eroding our community. So may God continue to richly bless you, and I pray that this is a wake-up call to someone. Thank you.